Hi friends, today we'll talk about a very interesting topic. What are the combinations, planetary combinations in your birth chart or nakshatras that you have which can indicate that you are going to lead a solitary life, or maybe you're going to live in solitude, isolation or loneliness. Alright, now friends, you need to look at the planet Saturn. The planet Saturn is the planet of loneliness, solitude, even isolation. If Saturn is casting a very strong aspect on your first house or on your ascendant lord, even on the moon, then definitely it's an indication that you could lead a solitary life at some point of time. You could feel isolated, and or you could also move towards solitude or isolation. This can happen. Now friends, what are the aspects that Saturn can cast on your first house ascendant or on your moon or ascendant lord? The aspects are actually friends, in Parashari Jyotish, the 3rd, 7th and 10th aspects. In Bhrigunandi Nari Jyotish, we take into consideration 2nd, 5th, 9th aspects. These are also considered to be very powerful in Bhrigunandi Nari Jyotish, and also if Saturn is retrograde, the 12th aspect is very powerful. Now Saturn-Ketu, especially if it is also there in combination in your chart, and if Saturn-Ketu is casting an aspect on your moon, then also we can say that you may at some point of time in life be solitary. Even Jupiter, because Jupiter Saturn combination, because Jupiter is also the significator of the native in Bhrigunandi Nadi Jyotish. So if Jupiter is with Saturn and somehow this conjunction is being aspected by Ketu, then also we can say that the native may live in isolation or in loneliness or solitude. Now friends, even when you have Moon-Ketu combination, then also a person can be in isolation and can initially face a lot of problems, stress and a lot of challenges and difficulties in life, but can these problems and challenges or adversities can make them so strong that eventually they may move towards spiritual practices, and they can move towards spirituality. If you have Moon-Ketu combination also, you may live in isolation or solitude. This can happen. Now friends, also I would say that you should look at if the ascendant lord has a strong conjunction, even I would say with Ketu, okay, and somehow ascendant lord Ketu conjunction, and this conjunction is being aspected by Saturn, then also, so all these combinations, even when moon is sitting all alone in the chart, ahead of moon there is no planet, behind moon also there is no planet, so that is called the Kendrum yoga. Kendrum yoga is very good for moving towards spirituality or spiritual practices in life. So even Moon-Ketu combination forms this Kendrum yoga, but it is not so good, it may not be very good for even conjugal life, Kendrum yoga, because you have this yoga of living in solitude or in isolation, but it is very good for spiritual practices and for moving into spirituality. Friends, also I would say that look at your 8th lord and 8th house, okay, that is also important. So 8th house is important, so I would say better you look at the 8th lord. Who is the lord of the 8th house? Which planet? Say if Mars in your chart is the lord of the 8th house, and Mars is in conjunction with ascendant lord or moon, then also we can say that the native may live in isolation, because 8th house is also the house of self-introspection, self-realization, meditation. It is also the house which is hidden, which is dark, secretive, where you are all alone in isolation. So 8th lord in conjunction with moon, or 8th lord in conjunction with even your ascendant lord. or even if your ascendant Lord is in the 8th house, even Moon in the 8th house can make you very lonely in life. Now friends, even the 12th house and 12th Lord, that also you should look at. If the ascendant Lord is in conjunction with the 12th Lord, because 12th house is also the house of isolation, even spirituality. So ascendant Lord, when there is a combination between Lagna Lord and 12th Lord, or Moon and 12th Lord, or the ascendant Lord goes to the 12th house, or if Moon is sitting in the 12th house, then also we can say that the person may, certain circumstances will naturally come before them, that they may have to live in isolation. There could be two possibilities: either they may enjoy their solitude and they may, love to be in isolation. For that you must look at the position of Moon. If Moon is strongly placed in the chart, in that if Moon is under some benefic influence, say if Jupiter is aspecting Moon, then definitely the native will enjoy their solitude, and that solitude or loneliness, or that solitude or isolation will become a blessing for them. Okay, they will do their sadhana, their spiritual practices, meditation, their in-depth study, research, and they will maybe they could be into mystical knowledge, and they could finally move towards self-realization and spirituality. So it could be a blessing now if Moon is aspected by a benefic planet like Jupiter. Then that isolation or solitude will be a blessing for them. Otherwise, if Moon is afflicted in the chart, and if they have certain combinations which show that they will have to live alone, or they will be lonely, then definitely they would find that isolation or their loneliness, they would not enjoy that, and they would find it very problematic also to deal with their solitude. Okay, so that's what, friends. So if even if Jupiter is not aspecting your Moon, and there is a certain combination in your birth chart which shows that you may have to be all by yourself at a certain point of time in life, especially when the dasha of that particular planet is there, you may have to be all by yourself, and you may not be in a relationship with anyone. So then you should always, and if you really feel helpless, you should seek the help of some guru, some guide or teacher, so they can guide you and show you the path. Okay, because seeking the help of a guru is just like seeking the blessings of Jupiter. Now friends, also which nakshatras can make you lonely or can make you live in solitude. So first I would talk about Uttarashadha Nakshatra. Okay, Uttarashadha Nakshatra, I think this is the 21st nakshatra of the moon. Now this nakshatra, Uttarashadha, this nakshatra is ruled by Sun. Okay, the planet Sun in astrology. This nakshatra people, okay, Uttarashadha Nakshatra falls in Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay, especially if Uttarashadha Nakshatra falls in the Capricorn quarter. I have seen that such people, because Capricorn is after all again ruled by Saturn, the planet of loneliness and isolation. So even if it falls in the Jupiter quarter, some people could be in isolation, and they could be acquiring knowledge, and and that is also possible. But generally I have seen that when this Uttarashadha Nakshatra falls in the Capricorn quarter, then there is a greater possibility that the native may live in isolation or in solitude. Okay friends, Uttarashadha Nakshatra people, they are generally very analytical in nature, very analytical, they have knowledge, okay, and they also they don't trust people easily. They will not trust anyone easily. They are very far-sighted. They think about the future, far before well before anyone else can think of. I mean, they are very far-sighted. They are visionaries actually. If this nakshatra is, the nakshatra lord is well placed in the chart, so it can make a native a great visionary. This native can have great insights into both the present and the future. So these people, they are very hardworking. That is why Uttarashadha Nakshatra, and they don't like to depend on anyone else. They don't like to be dependent on anyone else. They want to be totally self-dependent. And Uttarashadha Nakshatra, friends, this nakshatra is actually the animal which is associated with this nakshatra is male mongoose. Male mongoose is an animal which does not, which actually even in the real matter of fact world, in the biological world of animals, the male mongoose never usually finds a faithful female partner. The male mongoose is devoid of a faithful female partner. So they tend, they could definitely mate with some female, but the female partner usually somehow escapes them and they go to others. So I mean, that is also the animal associated is male mongoose. So somehow Uttarashadha people I have seen, they nakshatra, if this nakshatra, if your moon is in Uttarashadha Nakshatra or ascendant lord is in Uttarashadha Nakshatra or ascendant, then you will experience the results to some extent that even if you are with somebody, you may feel lonely. This can happen. Even if you are with your partner or spouse, you will feel lonely. This can happen. Okay, and there is also a great possibility that if they get married, their marriage may also, there could be a lot of ups and downs in the relationship, and there could be problems in the relationship, and eventually the marriage can break. The marriage may not survive. Okay, so the marriage, they may finally get separated from their partner also, Uttarashadha Nakshatra people. So this nakshatra I have seen that somehow makes you live in solitude, but then you have to see which planet is placed in Uttarashadha Nakshatra. This is likely to happen mostly if your moon is in Uttarashadha Nakshatra, and that too this nakshatra should fall in the Capricorn quarter. Okay, then definitely you will experience such results. And also friends, like you will be lonely. Whether you are married, whether you are single, you will feel lonely. It's very difficult for you to connect with your partner. And if you are single, very difficult for you to find a suitable partner. If you are separated, then again finding another partner, very difficult. So also friends, I would say that there is so moon or ascendant lord, you should see. Even in the ascendant, if it is there, it will, this Uttarashadha Nakshatra energy will influence your life. But these people, they become very successful also in life. They become successful because when they do not get the support of anyone, and even they do not have any partner, okay, so they most of the time they are by themselves, so they would focus a lot on work. So they are very hardworking, very goal oriented, and towards the latter part of their life they become very successful in their endeavors. Okay. Also friends, another nakshatra I have seen that also can make you lonely or isolated, or you may live in solitude, and that is Chitra Nakshatra. Okay, if your Lagna or ascendant is in Chitra Nakshatra, or ascendant lord or moon, or your moon is in Chitra Nakshatra, then definitely because Chitra Nakshatra is it is a beautiful bright star. Chitra Nakshatra, I think 2 stars, Spica and Zosma, 2 stars, they fall under Chitra Nakshatra. I think Spica is very prominent, Now this nakshatra also, friends, it is connected to the symbol is somewhat, I think it's the pearl. It is associated with the pearl, Chitra Nakshatra. So these people are also most part of their lives, or I would say is that for a major portion of their lives, they are wanderers also. They never are able to easily settle down in life. They may live here and then they may live somewhere else. They keep wandering, even physically, even mentally. They keep wandering. They are wanderers or like vagabonds. They find it very difficult to settle down also, and they are always in search of something. Chitra Nakshatra people, especially I have seen, if this nakshatra falls in the Virgo quarter. Now this nakshatra falls in Virgo and Libra both. So especially if it is in the Virgo quarter, then definitely it can make you live in isolation or solitude. That's what I have seen. Virgo, the sign of Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and if you can think of the zodiac sign of Virgo, it is a female or a girl. That is why it's called the Kanya Rashi, a girl who is sitting all alone in the boat, and so she is also, I would say, she is she believes in being close to nature, and she believes in discovering the secrets of nature for herself. So like this is the ultimate image of being self-dependent. Virgo people are also very self-dependent, very analytical. So Chitra Nakshatra people, they could be very analytical. Even if it falls in the Libra quarter, they are very creative, very intelligent. And if it falls in the Virgo quarter, they are very self-dependent. They are very, very self-dependent in nature, very particular about details, and they have penetrating intellect also, I would say, because Mercury exalts in Virgo. They have penetrating intellect, and by dint of that intellect, they are very creative actually. And pearl, how is pearl formed? If you think of that, pearl is not found in nature, and it is not formed in nature so easily. Yes, there is a certain there is a procedure, or as a result of it takes a long time for pearl to form naturally in nature. Okay, so how pearl is formed after a lot of turmoil, after a lot of time has elapsed, then finally that pearl comes out, and nature and all that turmoil, all that struggle finally manifests in the form of that pearl. So that means this nakshatra people, they are so creative, and they really believe in hard work. Chitra Nakshatra people, very hardworking, very focused, and they want to be even all by themselves. They love to be self-dependent. Okay, and by dint of their struggle and hard work, finally they want to shine, okay, like a bright star. So that is the aim of their life. So I have seen even Chitra Nakshatra people, they would love to be in isolation or solitude also, because unless you're in solitude and isolation, you can't think of higher things, or maybe if you're really doing some investigation or research or in-depth study, you cannot do it in the midst of crowd. Yes, you cannot do it when you're surrounded by people, family, friends, because everybody wants your attention, and maybe you also would want to draw others' attention. Then when you are in the midst of people or crowd, then it is not generally possible for you to focus on something which is very deep. So in order to have a lot of focus, in order to focus on anything, and to do that with wholehearted concentration, you need to be in isolation and solitude. Okay, so that is the prerequisite. Yes, so in order to come up with something creative, something original, maybe you are in quest of something, and in order to find that, yes, you will have to spend time with yourself in isolation, constructively. Okay, so Chitra Nakshatra people, they have great creative ability, artistic ability. They can be very great architects also. That's why this nakshatra is ruled by Lord Vishwakarma. So they can be great architects, and this nakshatra is ruled by Mars. Okay, Chitra Nakshatra. So Mars gives them penetrating intellect. Okay, so yeah. So friends, these two nakshatras, I found that if they have a very strong presence in your chart, Uttarashadha Nakshatra and Chitra Nakshatra, then definitely you may, and if the nakshatra lords are in good dignity, if Moon is in good dignity aspected by Jupiter, then you will enjoy your isolation and solitude, and your isolation and solitude will turn into a blessing or bliss for you, and you can go into research, investigation, in-depth study into occult sciences, into any hidden knowledge, into any field. You can do research in any field, and you can really, with your research, with your knowledge, finally, you can even help people out, and you can finally achieve victory and success in life. So yeah, I mean, that is very important. So it is very important for us also, friends, to at times spend time with ourselves, and brood over whatever we have been doing, what we are doing in the present, what we are planning to do in the future, okay, where we are standing right now, and where we are heading towards. All these deep philosophical questions, or all these questions we should ask ourselves. Okay, and it is good to spend time with yourself. It is good to think deeply over certain matters which interest you. Okay, so I would also say that it is good to spend some time in prayers. Okay, friends, when you pray to the divine, you gain strength, inner strength and power to face all challenges of life as they come. Yes, with a brave heart, with a with an intelligent mind. So you are able to face all adversities bravely, intelligently, and with wisdom. So that's why you need to spend some time in prayer, meditation, in studying something, studying maybe any holy scripture, or studying any subject of your interest, and going deeper and deeper into the subject matter, analyzing things well. Okay, so friends, that is something which everyone needs to practice. So that's what I wanted to tell you all, that it is not important, it is not necessary that isolation or solitude is a curse, or is always a curse. No, it is not a curse actually, friends. I would say isolation or solitude is a blessing in disguise. It disciplines us, it teaches us to value time, it enables us to listen to the voice of our conscience. Okay, it enables us to focus better on whatever we are doing in the present. So that's all I wanted to share with you, friends. And if you have found this video informative, do give it a like, and also share this video. Do subscribe to the channel. If you want personal consultation, you can text or WhatsApp me. Details are there in the video description. Take care, friends. May God bless you. Be kind to all animals, creatures, and believe in charity. We should believe in helping the poor and downtrodden. Thank you.